to the Cher Rue Show. Thanks for joining us tonight. My co-host tonight is Jose.
Hey, how you doing?
I am good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
It's been a great week. How's your week been?
Just busy.
Busy. It's like a little bee. Bzz, bzz, bzz,
We're just buzzing
bzz,
around
bzz,
nonstop. Yes.
So, I was watching a show and they were talking about anti-aging in food, and the worst thing that you can have to make you look, older and that's for you would be fried foods.
Okay.
Not only are they fattening and bad for you, cholesterol and all that, but they make you look older. And then also white flour.
Fried foods
and white
white
flour.
So deep fried Twinkies are out.
Yeah, and no white bread,
Well, that's going to be hard.
I know.
Yeah, I eat a lot of junk food.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm really bad.
But you look pretty young, but you don't want to look older. You want to kind of watch it now.
Yeah.
It's like prevention.
Yeah, I know smoking adds a lot of...
Oh, God, I know. I don't drink and I don't smoke. Maybe that's why I look young.
You're preserved very well.
I think I eat a lot of preservatives. Doesn't that preserve you?
No, I think it works in reverse, maybe.
Okay, so now the good things that make you look younger are carrots. They make you see good also, too. Mm-hmm. I need to eat more carrots. Celery, spinach, beets, bell peppers.
Bell peppers, I like bell peppers.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is a one that I didn't know. Coconut water.
Coconut water? Why is it so popular now?
I don't know. It's like, are you hearing a lot about coconut water? Yeah. I am hearing a lot about coconut water.
I see Rihanna.
Yeah, I recently found out that I can't have regular milk. No more cow milk.
Yeah.
So I've been getting almond milk.
Oh, yeah. I
see.
Because
the soy milk, I could have the soy milk, but they say soy milk causes cancer.
Really?
So my daughter calls me up. She goes, you can't have any soy.
So that's out of the question.
So I went for the almond milk.
Coconut milk.
But now I think I'll go for some coconut milk.
You know what's really good is laughing. Laughing keeps you younger. See? It lifts up the skin.
Yeah, but it doesn't stay up. It drifts.
Yeah, exactly. Adds a little bit of wrinkles here.
I'll just hold myself up.
You just walk around like this, like a perpetual facelift, like this. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you watch The Voice?
No. I don't watch any of the talent shows other than So You Think You Can Dance.
Can you dance?
No, I can't. And that's why I watch the show, because they're pretty good.
They are? Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a new show. It's the second season called The Voice. Yeah. And it's got CeeLo Green, Blake Shelton, Christina Aguilera, and Adam from Maroon 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I understand the premise is that they're judging just the voices without even looking at who's singing.
Which is amazing. And, they should be judged on their talent and not what they look like.
Yeah. Because I've heard, in American Idol, sometimes, if a hot girl comes
you got
out,
the look. You got the look. Yeah, you know what I mean? It really should be about the voice and the talent. Okay.
Agree.
So anyway, our good friend, Kim Yarbrough, she kind of was like a Shaka Khan kind of song, and she got up there and strutted her stuff, and she is amazing. She got chosen by Adam and Christina.
Oh, really?
And then what happens is, however many turn around, you need at least one to turn around. Mm-hmm. She got 2, so then she got to choose between those 2. And she chose Adam. Adam won, his person won last year. So I think he's a good choice, but I was just so happy for her, and I really hope all of you will go to iTunes and click on her Tell Me Something Good, Tell Me Something Good.
I love that song.
And it's $1.29, and, we are supporting our own plus-size
community people.
Yes, we should. We should really support her and join her Facebook page and like it, and let's show her some love, because that's how they get ahead also, by the votes.
Is that right?
Yeah, to how many iTunes they get. I think the judges look at that also.
Well, that's a good indication, because when you're trying to sell records, it's not based on popularity. It's how many units you can move.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Yeah. So she is amazing.
Awesome. Go buy it.
And we need to support her. And I think we also have a little clip of when she sang for me at one of my birthday parties.
What?
Yeah.
Let's check this out.
Yes, we got to check it out. So I'd like to welcome our guest for today is April Weeden. Thanks for joining us, April.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, April.
Hi.
So April is a stunt woman,
Yes.
an actress,
Yes.
a singer,
Yes.
and
Stunt
a
coordinator,
mom.
model, mom, humanitarian.
oh, that's
Wow.
awesome. You do a lot.
Yes.
Okay, so how hard is it to be a stunt woman?
Well, it's only as hard as you make it, and with stunts, you must train. So, to answer that question intelligently, it's as hard as you make it. You know what I mean? You have to train constantly in every area: scuba diving, horseback riding, skydiving, roller skating, roller derby. Anything physical that you can possibly think of is what you want to be doing.
So they call you up and they say, "Hey, can you do this?" And then
Yes.
and you pretty much can do anything?
Not anything. I can't do anything. My specialties are horseback riding, hitting the ground. I'm known for just flat out hitting the ground.
Wow.
You know, with nothing there.
Wow.
Like when I was on Eraser doubling Vanessa Williams, I jumped off the side of a ship. It was about 15 feet onto the ground, and there was nothing there. And then I rolled and got up and ran. So
That's
yeah.
amazing.
That's scary.
Yeah. And then you have to be well-rounded. You have to have a lot of heart. Basically, it just takes heart, your mind, and you have to prepare and train. I train every day. I train 2 hours today.
Is there a way when you jump and you fall, is there a certain way to fall?
Oh yeah, like when I did Eraser, when I did that jump, I put some cushions inside the bottom of my heels, and so it took away a lot of the shock. It still stings a little. If you come down flat that high, it just jolts your whole body. So what you want to do is toe tap. You want to barely tap and then roll, and let gravity take you the rest of the way. And you learn these things over the years, and working with different stunt coordinators and directors, they kind of guide you. You always want to have a mentor. I've had several mentors in the business. My former husband, Washington, trained me. Lane Levitt, Shane Alexander, several people, Wally Crowder, different people, different areas, Rick Seaman for driving. So it's like you want to have mentors for all the things that you need. And you have to ask questions. You have to get out, you have to hustle and go to like Bob Yorkie's school, which is over off of White Oak. And someone has to take you there. They have to be a certified stunt coordinator to get you in so that you can be introduced. And then now there's this whole free running phase. Free running?
Yeah.
What is
where
that?
Free running is like where you run up walls.
Kind of like parkour?
Yes, that's what it is,
Uh-huh.
parkour. And my daughter, she goes to free running, and it's a wonderful academy. It's in Northridge. And so that's a whole new phenomenon in stunts.
Yeah.
And incorporates
Interesting.
gymnastics as well.
Is there anything that you had to say, you know what, I ain't going to do that?
Yes, I was working on A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, and I was doubling Regina King. And I got this really eerie feeling. I was coming out of the window. And we did the window part where I came out of the window, and it just became very eerie after that to go into the pool. Something didn't feel quite right. And after a mishap on Vampire in Brooklyn, I don't know if you all are familiar with Vampire in Brooklyn, Eddie Murphy's film.
I've heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Sonia Davis, who was an African-American stunt woman, lost her life on that doing a high fall.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, doubling Angela Bassett. So I had always said after that happened, I would always think twice, and pray, of course. And I prayed, and it was like the Holy Spirit was speaking to me saying,
Don't do it.
This is not right. And so I thought it was going to cost me my career and I would never work again. But I haven't missed a beat. And I started doing stunts in 1995. And I haven't missed a beat since then.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, sometimes you just have to say, you know what? I know I'm qualified. I know I can do this. But this just
If your gut says no, don't do it.
This
It's
just
not worth it.
doesn't feel right. Something's
good for
not
you.
right. Yeah.
So do you think that a lot of actresses do their own stunts?
Well, yeah, I've doubled Halle Berry on numerous occasions, and she's quite the stunt woman, I must say. Not only is she a phenomenal actress and a wonderful person, she's so sweet. And that's one of the perks of getting to be a stunt person is you become close to the actress or actor that you're doubling, because I double men as well. I double both. And I
Oh,
double
wow.
children. Yes, and I double children. So going back to your question, yes, there are actors that actually do their own stunts. Halle Berry is one of the actors who whenever I've worked for her, she's never gotten injured. I must say she's never been hurt, and I'm really proud of that. She does her own stunts.
Do the directors prefer that they do their own stunts, or do they prefer that somebody comes in and does
No,
it?
it's better if someone else does the stunts for the actor, because you figure you got this huge, $100 million, $200 million film, and your actor goes hurt. What are you going to do? So you let the actors sit to the side. They may do a little bit of their stunts. They may set it up in the master shot, do a few things, a fall where they lay a pad down and it looks like they did a big fall. And then, I mean, not in that master, but outside of the master, they can do like a little fall onto a mat. But it's better for production's sake, especially if it's a long run, to save the actor and use a stunt person. Plus, it keeps us working.
Right, of course.
My biggest stump is falling off the couch. That's a stunt
pretty
for
big
me.
stunt.
Okay, so how do you prepare for dangerous stunts like jumping through a plate glass window or driving at high speeds with a helicopter, hovering? How do you prepare for that?
Well, like I said earlier, I trained for driving with Rick Seaman. He has a school, and I've gone all through pretty much all the levels of certification, and I've trained with Wally Crowder for that. And so basically how I learned how to do a lot of my precision driving work, you won't believe this, was doing extra work.
Really?
Years ago, before I even started doing stunts. And whenever I was on the set, they'd always say, oh, we need someone to drive in traffic, or we need someone to, do whatever. And I was like, I'll do it, pick me kind of a thing. And so you learn that way by watching. And one of the best ways to get into the business as far as stunts is concerned is to start off as an extra. You might have a specialty, but some of the best training that you can get as a professional stunt person is being an extra on a set. You're right there. Right. You're right on the set. You're watching Tom Cruise. You're watching Halle Berry. You're watching Judith Light. You're watching, Gwyneth Paltrow and all these different people. You're actually seeing them do their stunts. You're there. You're getting hands-on experience. So there's a place called Central Casting, www.centralcasting.com, where you can go and register as an actor, a background actor. I don't like to say extra, and I did a lot of that, and that's how I learned a lot of my precision driving and stunt driving. And I've had probably a good $15,000 to $20,000 in training and driving.
Wow.
And as far as staying prepared for stunts, it's like you never stop training. I mean, literally to this day, I was in the gym for 2 hours today. I'm constantly reading. I'm reading production charts. I'm looking at the Ross report. I'm looking at backstage. I'm looking at Dramalog. Some of these are archaic, but they still work. We've got Stunt Contact, which is how you actually go and you figure out. They tell you who's casting what. So it's like it's called show and it's called business. So show business, and where a lot of people fall short in stunts is they just want to do the show. I just want to be on the set. I just want to do stunts. No, you've got to train. You've got to be prepared in every area, because especially women will oftentimes get asked to fall down the stairs in a swimsuit, or you may be out in the snow in freezing temperatures. Like when I was working on Evan Almighty, we were wet the entire film. Oh, wow. We were wet the whole time. So now water doesn't bother me at all. Not even in the. So you have to get used to different elements. You have to condition and train your body. You have to eat right. I'm on a very strict diet right now, extremely strict. And every once in a while, I'll cheat a little bit, but then I go right back to drinking a lot of the water, the vitamins, the herbs, and all of that. You have to take really good care of yourself.
She refused one of the eclairs I offered her at the green room.
I wasn't doing it. I said
it wasn't worth it.
No, your body is.
Your body's slamming.
Thank
really
you.
Nice.
I'm working.
You're
hard.
in good health. Okay, so
hard.
you've worked with a lot of celebrities.
Yes.
And how was it working with Will Smith in 7 Pounds?
Well, I didn't get to see Will Smith. That happens a lot of times as a stunt performer. You don't actually get to work with the actors. But I enjoyed working on 7 Pounds. That was a very enjoyable experience. I was in the van that turned over. But they simulated us. They put us in this big barrel, and they actually turned us. And it was open at the other end, what they had us in. So we could actually almost fall out. And we were in the air, and there was real glass in there, and it broke while we were in there. But I have worked with Will Smith as an actress. I've worked with him as a dancer on Fresh Prince, and that was very enjoyable.
Wow.
Is he a nice guy?
Yeah. Oh, he gets you in trouble though if you don't pay attention and you're too busy laughing at his jokes before they say "and action." You're gonna get in trouble. So you better pay attention because he'll make you laugh.
He is a comedian.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
he's got good timing too.
Yeah, he does.
He's good. Okay, so what has been the most challenging role that you've had?
I think the most challenging film that I've worked on as a stunt performer has been on Blade. I was doubling in Boucher Wright on that film, and I was only supposed to be on there maybe a week or two, and the stunt coordinator, Jeff Ward, called and said, hey, I need you to come down and double in Boucher. And I'm thinking, okay. He said, you'll be here about 2 weeks. It ended up being the duration of the film. It was like months. Wow. I can't remember how many, but it was over 3.
Wow.
And that's when I really knew that I was a bona fide stunt person. I mean, I was a stunt person before I had done that film. But when I did those stunts coming down 19 feet and rolling and falling on the ground with nothing there, and them wanting me to land on my back and getting up, and I was just like, wow, and being snatched and pulled, you know, and having to fall in between a running train that was going 35 miles an hour, you know.
Okay, I'm scared just thinking about it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
you did all those stunts?
Yeah, and then Tracy Lord, I was with her up in the air. We were doing a fight scene. It was like 100 feet in the air, and that was amazing.
Did they have something underneath you?
There was nothing. No catchers, nothing. It was just a cliff. And so that was like probably one of the most challenging films. And after I finished that film, I said, you know what? I really am a stunt person.
Oh my God, you are.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
That is crazy.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Who was the nicest actress you body doubled for?
Halle Berry, I have to say, has been one of the nicest. You know, we got to be very close on a couple of the films that we got to work together on. And then recently I've been doubling Yvette Nicole Brown on Community, the comedy that comes on television. And she's quite the lady, very talented. And I've been enjoying stunt doubling her as of recent. But majority of pretty much every actress that I've ever stunt doubled has just been a jewel. And a lot of them are my friends. Angel Brooks, Gina Rivera. We've become friends. Jasmine Lewis.
Nice.
This is going to sound like a stupid question, but I got to ask it anyway. Have you ever gotten seriously hurt?
Oh, I got really hurt on Eraser.
Oh, yeah.
Really hurt. All 4 chains were supposed to explode. We were on the cargo container with James Caan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and myself. And then it had all 3 stunt doubles up there. So James Caan stunt double said to me, he said, I something's not right. I need to double cable you off twice. He said, I'm going to put 2 cables around you just as a security precaution. And so we turned around. He turned his back to me. He said, wait a minute. They're getting ready to say action. Let's pray. So we prayed, and then they said, and action. Sure enough, all 4 chains did not explode. Only 3 did.
Oh.
So what does that mean?
So one held up and everybody
and so
went
it was a
sideways.
cargo. The cargo container was flying through the air, and I was up there dangling like a rag doll. Like you could just take a rag doll and just shake it, and it missed James Caan's stunt double's head by about this much.
Oh my God.
It was pretty bad, and I was just shaking. After a while, I just got tired, and I just blacked out.
Really?
I just passed out, and
So
I
they
was
couldn't
60.
get to you?
No, they couldn't get to me. I was 60 feet in the air.
So when did they get to you?
Well, they let the cargo container stop shaking. They brought over, the big dolly. They brought it over to us, the crane, and they got us down, took me to the hospital. And me, the first thing I said was, "Did you get the shot?" That's all I cared about.
That matters.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So I ended up in a cast. I only have 80% usage of this hand from that.
Really?
I lost 20% usage, but I can still use my hand. And I came back the next day having had a concussion, and they already had another stunt double. We're real good friends now. Her name's Barbara Lee Belmonte. She doubles Halle Berry. She looks just like her. She doubles her as well. We're really good friends to this day. We still talk. And I said, "You got to go home, girlfriend. I don't know where you're going to go, but I'm finishing this film, okay?" And she was like, okay. And I finished it. I cut it off. I sawed it off. I sawed the cast off, and I worked with the alligators. I came through the window with Arnold Schwarzenegger's stunt double. I did all that. I was like, "You are not finishing this film." Wow. I am.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Dedication.
I was not playing.
That is dedication.
Okay, on that note, we're going to a commercial. We'll be right back.
Tonight's episode has been brought to you by Kickin' Ketchup, a new all-natural sensation that transforms foods such as French fries, eggs, and meatloaf into a culinary delight. Kickin' Ketchup. Ketchup with a kick. Curvilicious fashion wear. From casual wear to club wear, dresses and handbags. Curvilicious Fashion Wear is your online trusted source for comfortable, classy, plus-size fashion. Order your next outfit at curviliciousfashionwear.com. California Country Kitchen, a fun little blog on all things yummy. You can find delicious and simple recipes at californiacountrykitchen.com. Satisfaction Entertainment, providing premier mobile entertainment services throughout Southern California for almost 20 years. Stream your next wedding, convention, or corporate function over the internet with our new live streaming services. Visit satisfactionentertainment.com for more information.
Okay, so April, I want to know, do they have insurance for stunt people? From what I heard, they don't.
Yeah, we have insurance. I'm insured through the Screen Actors Guild, AFTRA, SAG, Federal Credit. I'm not credit union, but AFTRA. I'm insured through AFTRA, and I'm insured through SAG. So whenever I work, they have insurance on whatever film or television show that I'm working on. Plus, I have outside insurance.
But it's not a normal actor's insurance. It's more of a stunt. No, really?
Just so does it pay for all your hospital? Well, that's good.
Pays for everything.
So how many bones have you broken?
I've broken none.
Oh,
knock
thank
on glass.
God.
Knock on.
Thank God. Knock on my head. Here on my head.
Yeah, no.
None?
I've broken nothing. Fractured, yes. I would rather have broken something than fracture. Fractures don't
Take
really...
longer?
They don't really heal as well.
Oh, wow.
So that stunt you did in that movie...
Eraser.
You didn't break anything?
No, fracture. And concussions. I've had probably 8 concussions.
Oh, wow.
That I remember.
The concussions sometimes you don't remember.
Okay, so you're president of a Christian-based mentoring program, the Joy Foundation.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, how I started this program was I've been mentoring people since I was a little girl, and always telling people what they should do, how they should do it, when they should do it, and why they should do it. So what I decided to do was turn it into an actual organization. Right now I have over 35 men and women and children that I mentor, and I recently won an award for it through the Diamond in the Raw Foundation.
Nice.
And so it was for mentorship. And I just take people and I guide them when they want to do something, be it in stunts. I have a little girl, Toni Gooden, who's at Spelman University right now studying to be a pediatrician. I have another little girl, Salvantis. She's a makeup artist. She's in school. My little girl, Kiera. My publicist, Patrice Coleman-Sweet. Several people are in my mentoring program. So it's not just limited to stunt people. What it is an organization so that I can capture people with what it is they want to do, empower them to do it, and motivate them, and stick with them till they get to that point and move them further. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but oftentimes the mentor becomes the mentoree, and the mentoree becomes the mentor. So it's kind of like a trade-off.
Sort of a mutual experience.
You give and you get.
Exactly. I have because I give, and I give because I have, and because of this, I am never without.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Give me 5.
I'm
glad we have that recorded.
Yes, I got that from one of my mother's friends, Vi Red Goldberg. She's a saxophone player.
Wow.
I have because I give, and I give because I have, and because of this, I'm never without.
Nice.
Very
That is
nice.
very
Beautiful.
Cool. You should add poet to your title too.
Yeah, you're a singer, a
Yes.
dancer, actress, writer. So out of everything, what is your passion?
My goal is to become the best actress that I can be, and to go into ministry as well. And that should be something that'll be taking place very soon. I'll be able to come back on your show and talk more about that.
That would be
I'd
great.
like to open 2 transitional homes, one for women and one for men. And I'd like to also work with the foster care system, because I don't know if you're aware of this, but there are young girls and boys who are let out of the foster care system and they have nowhere to go.
So
And
sad.
all they need is an address sometimes just to get on their feet. And the Lord has given me a vision, an actual vision. Thelma's Cottage is one of the names. It'll be named after my mother, Thelma Weeden. And they'll come. I have the colors of the walls. I know the furniture. I know what it's going to look like and everything. The vision has already been given to me for all 3 facilities. And I want to open a consignment store where young girls can come and learn how to work. And then they can sell product out of there. And then we can get product. And they can also sell product from other people and go in the community and get that and build themselves up that way as well.
Well, I'm going to help you promote that because that's like my thing. I always wanted to do women's homeless shelter with children and have everything in the facility and have an animal shelter in the back, and everybody helps out and works and they can stay there until they get on their feet.
Exactly. And I want to have clothing for women, especially women. I want to have clothing for the women size 0 all the way up as far as the sizes will go with. And they can come in and pick out 3 outfits and get a good start.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
So I'm working on all that.
Yeah, you keep me posted on that because I'm very big on charity.
I will.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to go into being a stunt person, what advice could you give them?
The best advice I could give to a person that is very interested in going into stunts, it doesn't always work this way, but I always say education is something to stand on. It's not something to fall back on. That's a myth. People always say, oh, education is something to fall back on. No, it's not. Education is something to stand on. I have a degree in public relations, communications, and dance. And because I have a degree in public relations, I may not have been as talented as the next stunt person, but because of that, I was able to promote myself to the point that people, oh, she's a good stunt woman. She's a good stunt woman. But I had to back that up as well. And my education afforded me the opportunity to be able to go out and do public speaking, to do more things than just do stunts, because you got to remember something. As a stunt performer, you're going to start off, if you're really hustling, you got to hustle. And most stunt performers don't have agents until they really start working. You got to have something to do. So I worked, I had jobs, I did extra work, I was, doing the whole acting thing, all of that. But you got to have something to keep you going. The first year, the program, the people that I mentor that are doing stunts, they make $30,000 the first year. If they hustle real hard. We call it hustling. And then $50,000, and then 80, and then 6 figures. By your 4th year, you should be making over 6 figures if you really do the work and you really train and get out there and meet other stunt coordinators, go to the parties, the barbecues, and network. It's about networking with stunts.
It is like that in Hollywood too.
Yes, so the best advice that I could give to a person that wants to get into stunts is you have to network. You have to get to know people. You have to let people know who you are and what you're about. And don't be pushy. Be humble.
Very important.
Very humble.
I agree.
Can I help? Can I set up boxes? I can't tell you the number of times I have been on a set and set up boxes, like for Set It Off, for instance. Bob Miner called me down and asked me if I would be willing just to come down and watch. Mind you, I was on Eraser, so I couldn't work on Set It Off. You know how that felt? But he said, I want you to come watch. If a stunt coordinator tells you, I want you to come watch, you better go watch. I don't care how tired you are. Go do it. You know what I mean? And if there's an opportunity to set up boxes, set up pads, move things around. Oh, can I help? Can I help? But don't be pushy.
Right.
Be humble.
Right. I agree. So are you working on any projects right now?
I am very fortunate right now. I am extremely fortunate. I am moving, like I was telling you, more into the acting realm, and I'll probably always do stunts. But I've been very fortunate to get into commercials.
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
And so I have a Hewlett-Packard commercial running right now, and I have a Toyota commercial running right now, and a couple of others. And I'd like to get more into like the spokesperson type thing where I'm endorsed by different people. I'm endorsed by Red Bull, and I'd like to get endorsed by other products as well.
I see that happening.
And I'm going to have my own product line as well. You're the first person to know that.
Okay.
Ooh, exclusive.
That's an exclusive.
That is an exclusive.
I'm honored.
Yeah, I want to have my own product
Well, I
line.
see great things happening for you. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm very privileged to be in your presence.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh,
thank you for having me on the show.
so much. Okay, so I want to meet your daughter.
Oh, okay. Yes, Kiera Washington. You want to take your glasses off so you can see you? This is Kiera Washington.
Nice
Say
to meet
hi
you.
to everybody in the camera.
Hello.
And tell us what you do.
Singer, dancer, actress, stunts,
Just like Mom.
gymnastics, free running.
Horseback riding.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
She has a movie called House Arrest.
Oh,
Her
really?
dad, her father directed it.
Very
and she
nice.
got to play a little girl named Autumn. Tell them about it. You played Stacey Dash's daughter.
Yes, and Chico Benimon, he was my father. Red Grant, The Game, and a couple of other people.
That is cool.
Very cool. So you like acting?
Yeah.
She's a really good actress.
That's great.
She can cry at the drop of a dime. She sang in the movie Amazing Grace.
Oh,
and it's a Christian-based,
really?
a faith-based film.
Right.
Faith-based.
Right.
How you can turn your
it's
life
called
around.
House Arrest?
Yes,
Very Very cool.
So kids can be stunt kids too.
Oh yeah, yeah. She worked on what was that, Trauma with TJ? Yeah.
So if our audience has a kid that wants to be a stunt kid, is there a school for them?
Yeah, www.stuntkids.com.
Okay.
Mike Cassidy is the person that they would talk to. And 12 years old is usually the age that they start. But because she has 2 parents who do stunts,
wow, that's
she's been doing it since she was 9 months old.
Talk about mentoring.
Movies. Yeah.
That's cool.
But the first thing you should probably do is try free running, because it teaches you how to like land. If you get hurt, it teaches you how to like get back up and.
Yeah, like me, I lay down and I'm afraid to get up.
I could imagine Cher doing some free running. Really.
Oh, please. In my mind.
Yeah,
I'm free running around in my mind. Well, thank you both for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Thanks so much. Okay, well, it was a great show. And thank you, Jose. Thank you, April. And as always, we'll see you next time.